Alright guys, so let's deal with this. I see these kind of objections a lot. Your deities are all amalgam or prior myths designed to make you broke, stupid, and fearful. Okay. These kind of arguments that's not an argument, it's just a statement. But they're really committing the genetic fallacy in logic. And basically, it's just saying where or how a belief may have originated, therefore it's wrong. Even if I believed that God existed without any evidence, say I just believe because I don't want to go to hell, I think there's a hell that exists and I'm scared, or me believing in God makes me happy, right? Say that there's not really good reasons for why I believe it. It wouldn't make the belief false. It would just mean I don't have real good justified beliefs to hold it, right? So even if I believe Jesus exists just because it makes me feel better, right? And I agree, that's not a good reason to believe he is God, etc. But just because I don't have a good belief for that, even if the origin of my belief for that is not a good origin for that, it doesn't mean, therefore, God does not exist. It doesn't follow at all. It would be like me saying I'm an atheist because I had a horrible upbringing. My father was terrible, and I don't like the idea that God exists because God reminds me of my dad, and my dad was a jerk, and therefore I'm an atheist. Well, I wouldn't follow. I wouldn't follow at all, right? You could hold to an atheistic view and not be justified in that, but that doesn't mean therefore God exists. No, it could still be the case that God does not exist, and you don't have good beliefs as to why he doesn't exist. So in logic, again, this is called the genetic fallacy. It's important that Christians study philosophy. It's important that Christians understand logic so that they're able to think and know how to navigate certain challenges and certain fallacies. All this does is bring up the psychological states of people who believe things. It has nothing to do with whether or not God exists. There's not an argument here that shows or demonstrates God doesn't exist, or doesn't show or demonstrate that the God of the Bible doesn't exist. All it is just trying to give a psychological analysis of people's states of affairs in their minds. It's totally irrelevant as to whether God exists. Give an argument. Let's see it. Let's actually see an argument as to why God does not exist. All this is just giving interesting psychological states of affair. It's a logical fallacy, totally uninteresting, and in my opinion, and just has nothing to do with whether or not God exists. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment. Would love to hear your thoughts. God bless.